As the security situation eases throughout Afghanistan, hundreds of people who found refuge in Kabul are returning to their hometowns. The United Nations Refugee Agency, the UNHCR, is helping, along with the cash contribution from China. Dozens of chartered buses transported them back to their homes in the eastern Laghman, Nangarhar, Kunar and Logar provinces.
Transportation was provided for them, and they would be given $200 by the UNHCR for rent and other expenses. And when these families return to their homes, they will be assisted with shelter, food, and $400 in cash.
The UNHCR has facilitated the return of more than 5,000 internally displaced persons.
Throughout Afghanistan, UNHCR is working to assist internally displaced persons, and thanks to the support of China, we have been able to increase our assistance with additional support for their households, their needs, due to a contribution of some $2 million from China, which is much appreciated.
The returnees are excited to go back to their own houses and live without any concern about rent and the cost of living in Kabul.
We'll have no concerns about rent because we'll be in our own homes and living our own lives among our relatives. We've been suffering a lot here.
There were clashes in our province 1 year ago. We fled our homes due to the fear of getting caught in the crossfire.
Millions migrated inside Afghanistan over the past 2 decades of bitter fighting during the US-led military occupation, which ended when the Taliban returned to power last August. Many flocked to major cities such as Kabul, where airstrikes, bombings and firefights were less common than in rural Afghanistan. According to the UNHCR, more than 3 million people are still internally displaced in Afghanistan. Many of them took refuge in Kabul like this and have been living in tents or out in open, while others moved into rented houses. In many cases, it is hard for them to manage their expenses.